everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Today I am going to make a recipe that I have not made for a while. My sister gave me this many years ago and my husband just absolutely loves it. It's called Cranberry Casserole. Simple as that. We will though be having cranberries and apples today. I picked up some Honeycrisp. I usually like to get Macintosh, but Honeycrisp are really good too. So we're going to use Honeycrisp apples. We are not going to be able to use fresh cranberries. It is best with the fresh cranberries, which it calls for. So we're going to use some dried. I know, not as good. I stopped at a market, which sells fruits and vegetables earlier. And there was a lady who worked there. She was a little rough around the edges. She was gruff, stern. I said, "Do you happen to have fresh cranberries?" She said, No, we don't get them. We only get them right around the holidays." I said, "Oh, okay. All I have is the dried cranberries." I said, "Alrighty then. Well, thank you so very much." So anyway, I was unable. She said, and I believe what she said was the truth. They only get them probably around Thanksgiving and Christmas. So be it. Today shall not be the day of fresh cranberries. But if you would like to wait to the holidays to make this, or if you're in an area where they sell fresh cranberries year-round, great, you can make this with that. If you want to make it the way it states, I'm going to be doubling it, but I'm going to give you the recipe just the way it is here. It says in a 1.5 quart casserole dish, you're going to need 3 cups of chopped unpeeled apples. So since you're not peeling them, be sure to wash them, and then 3 cups. You're going to need 2 cups of whole cranberries. So if you're using dried, use 1.5 cups, but 2 cups of fresh whole cranberries. You're going to need 1/3 cup white sugar, 1/3 cup brown sugar, and for the topping then you are going to need 1/4 pound of melted butter or margarine. Well, 1/4 pound would be, I believe, 1 stick. I think 4 sticks equal a pound, if I'm right. You can measure it out. 1/4 cup of brown sugar for the topping, 1 cup of oats, 1/3 cup flour, and 1/3 cup chopped nuts. It doesn't specify which kind of nuts. So I am thinking I'm going to use some pecans. I'll see. I also got walnuts back here. So either one. I do have another recipe that we're going to be making later on today, which won't air today, but I'm going to be making it later on today. It is a sweet potato casserole, and I think I need 3/4 cups of pecans for that. So I'm going to make sure that I have enough, and I'm pretty sure I do. And also we're going to make some soft pumpkin cookies a little bit later on. This will be 3 separate episodes. See how I do it? I get like a whole week's worth in one day. Alrighty, let's get started. First it says 1.5 quart casserole dish. I am going to use a 3-quart dish since I am doubling the recipe. So 3 cups of chopped unpeeled apples. I'm going to be making 6 cups, which will probably be about 8 of these. I don't know. Hopefully I have enough. In the meantime, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Whoops. I already messed it up. Yep, look at that. I got it off to the side. I'm pathetic. Pathetic. So I took some good apple right along with it. Oh well. It just went woo. I'll cut it here. For the dried cranberries, I'm using craisins, ocean spray. I don't know why they call them craisins. I guess cranberry raisins, but they say they're dried cranberries. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the cranberries. Remember, if you're using fresh, you'll want 2. I would do 4. If you're using dried, you're going to do 1.5 cups, and I'm doing 3. Ow. Goodness. I just cut off part of my thumb. Or at least a little bit of the skin. I am not good. I always made my girls nervous whenever I had a knife in my hands because they just envisioned me chopping off one of my fingers. Isn't that sad that your own children had to worry about their mother chopping off her finger in the kitchen because of her careless attitude? So for my regulars here, you all know that my first name is Tanya and my middle name is Dee. But the sister who gave me this, she's my older sister, recipe, she always calls me LTD. LTD for Lovable Tanya D. I'm sure she didn't always think I was lovable, but I love her. So I got my 3 cups unpeeled apples right here, which was 6 for me. I'm going to mix them in with my cranberries. Okay, I am going to add 2/3 cup white sugar. Remember, I'm doubling. And 2/3 cup brown sugar. Now it doesn't say to pack, whoops. It doesn't say to pack it, so I'm not going to. And then I'll mix those together. Okay, where did I put my spoon? Can you all see it? It's gone. It's gone, or it's right there in full view, which is normal. Oh, it's in the bowl. Now it does not say anything about greasing the bowl, but I think I'm just going to put a little butter at the bottom. I don't know if I should do that. It's been a while since I've made this. I always have like a little pat of butter left over, which works out great. There again, I don't think a little butter is going to hurt anything. I'd rather err on the side of caution. Yes, indeed. Okay, good enough. So what I'm going to do now is pour this into a bowl. As you can see, that's going to take every bit of this 9 by 13 pan. Now hopefully my husband's not too disappointed that there's not fresh cranberries in here, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to melt my butter. Well, it's margarine actually. So I'm going to melt my margarine. I'm going to use 2 sticks, you're going to use 1. So for the topping, you're going to use 1 cup of oats and I'm going to use 2. I'm using old-fashioned oats. It doesn't say which, so I'm just going to use old-fashioned oats. We are going to use 1/4 pound, which is a stick of melted butter. I'm using 2. 1/4 cup brown sugar. I will use a 1/2 cup. 1/3 cup flour. There again, I will use 2/3. And then you're going to need your 1/3 cup chopped nuts. I already have chopped walnuts, so that's what I'm going to use. That way I don't have to take the time to chop the pecans. I can't help but be messy in the kitchen. I'm sorry, folks. It's just who I am. There's half an apple laying upside down. Okay, I'm just going to stir my butter up a little bit because a little of it didn't get melted, but it'll melt as it stirs. So I'm going to pour my butter in the bowl. Next, my brown sugar, my oats, and my flour. I think that's it. So I'll stir all that together. So I'm actually going to get it out of here with my hands because I think I'll just have better luck. That's pretty good. But then again, butter, brown sugar, oats, nuts, what else can you ask for? All right, I'll be back in 45 minutes and we will test taste. See what I think. It looks yummy. Woo! I can hear it. I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit, let it cool down, and then I'm going to try it out. It smells fantastic. You know I'm impatient, so I'm just going to scoop a little bit out on a bowl. A plate. I mean, it's a plate. There's juices down in there. Alrighty, I'm going to try it. I know it's going to burn my mouth, but oh well. Of course, you want to have it with a little bit of the oat stuff on top. Very good, very good. Delicious. Still tastes good even without the fresh cranberries. Yes, I do remember it well. Very tasty. Sweet, but not overly sweet. You can classify it as a health food since there's fruit in it. Very good. Very good. Highly recommend it to you folks. Thanks to my sister Jody for sharing it with me. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for joining me once again, and I hope to see you real soon.